Us- So usually what happens is people and students are very confused. They think that after masters, everything will be sorted and there will be only few options left for them for their career. Like they have to do their PhDs to get into a college or anything. So students are generally confused. So today we have with us Deepika Yadav. She will be discussing with us about the various other options which are open to people, and especially the students who are doing their masters to get into PhD. But yes, it cannot be possible that all of you will be getting into PhDs. So, but what are the other options? So we have with us Deepika Yadav. She has done her BSc from Delhi University. Then she did her master's in physics from IIT Delhi. And after doing her master's, she has been a senior lecturer at FITG. And after that, she moved to UK to do her master's in nanomaterials from Imperial College of London. And currently, she is a Commonwealth Scholar at University of Edinburgh doing her PhD in nanoelectronics. And she is also a founder of her own company called Unigood. And Deepika, I welcome you to the talk, and let's start with it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pooja ma'am, and thank you so much for having me. Yeah, so hi everyone, and just a correction, I was a Commonwealth Scholar in my master's, and now I'm doing, so just not to confuse people. So yeah, hi, welcome everyone. So just a brief, there's someone in chat said that how we can get the recording. So we will upload it on YouTube. And if you have a poor network, you can watch it later. But people who are here, try to have interest, try to listen carefully, and we can have another sessions later. So yeah, let's start. And try to please everybody on mute so that everybody can listen properly. Yeah. Okay. I guess I can't share my screen. It's disabled.
Okay. Satish sir, could you please give Deepika the option to share her screen?
In the meantime, I guess people here are from graduate doing BSc in physics. I guess they are bachelor students also, and they are master students also, and they are students who have done their master's degree and they are looking for options to do PhD abroad. And there are some students who wishes to have career prospectus other than PhD also. So I welcome everybody because in the meantime, I have to, yeah, the access. So before I start the session, if anybody wants to say something before the session and maybe just a hello, just to interact, it will be really nice. Is doing double masters beneficial in doing PhD abroad, or single masters would do the job? Okay, single masters would do the job, but because I have teaching experience and then of 2 or 3 years, and then I want to shift to the PhD. And because if you want to do a PhD abroad, then you should have a recent research experience. For that, I did my second master's, or I could have done a research project, and there's no difference between that. So I did double master's to have a research experience. But if you are a current master student, recently passed out, and you want to do a PhD, then there's no need to do a double master's. Yeah.
Deepika, sorry to interrupt. I suggest that if you could share your experience initially before you get the access to share your screen and to show us your presentation, it will be better if you could share your experience as a research student and what all things that you have faced through will be better for these students here. Definitely. Because there will be a lot many questions and you will be answering in your presentation by default, I guess.
Yeah, so, I guess so. So okay, so I started my bachelor's वो होता है ना कि we have not, there are many students in India, I feel that ki jo IIT JEE or JEE mains dete hain and then they don't get IITs. So specifically my dad was very strict in IIT nahi to engineering nahi. So I went to then Delhi University to pursue BSc Physics. So physics because I'm afraid of chemistry. And so I had a choice कि physics and mathematics could be good subjects. So इनमें से कोई एक ले लेते हैं. That's the main reason of choosing physics. So although I got more marks in chemistry, to be very honest with you. And so yeah, I mean, I will just continue. I mean, I'll take the questions later. And then meanwhile, I did a project during my graduation. So yes, that is the next thing, that during your undergrads, like your BSc Physics or BSc Honors Physics, yeah, Maths, Chemistry, whatever it is, you should try to engage as many activities as possible. And if you are dedicated to a research, then you should definitely join some projects. Even if you're not dedicated towards, like you are not focused into one particular stream, but you should try to do as many things as possible. So I was lucky that in that year, there was a 1-year project introduced in Delhi University, and I was a part of my college. So there were 10 students selected in my college, and I was a part of that. So it was a great experience. So it's not just give you a research experience, you meet new people. Like you meet your seniors, you meet people from other departments, you get to know what exactly is happening around the world. So that is the main point. We as a student think that we just need to read the books. That's not true. We need to read the books. We need to go through internet. We need to meet people, what they are doing. If you don't do networking, you don't get to know the options available in the society, in the industry, in the academia. So yeah. So
Deepika, sorry to interrupt you
yes,
once again. Yeah, you can share your screen. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Can everybody see my screen? Just say a simple hello. And yeah, Pooja ma'am, can you just confirm?
Yes, we can see your screen. That's good.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, what after masters? So that's a basic question comes up in our mind कि BSc Physics के बाद क्या करना है, या MSc Physics के बाद क्या करना है? And physics as in whole, whatever subjects it includes, everything I'm saying. So I will taking your maybe 30 minutes or 35 minutes or 40 minutes maximum. So try to focus, try to listen properly, and think that if I have added or contributed something to you, then definitely give a feedback. If no, there's no problem. मतलब इसके बाद India Pakistan का match ही है, so you're gonna not use or waste your time, but it will be a good session. I will see that. So yeah, enjoy this session and enjoy the India Pakistan match after this. So that will be a great thing. So yeah, first, as I shared, I did my BSc Physics from Maitri College, and then I did my MSc Physics from IIT Delhi, and later then I joined because I love teaching, so I thought that maybe I should try teaching. And there's a lot of vacancies in private sector, so I tried FITSI as my first job, and I had a great experience working there. Next, because after teaching 2.5 years, I realized that I can't just teach for the whole life. I want to do something else also. So I thought that maybe I can do teaching and research together. And then I thought that I should switch to research. And there I got selected for a course in Imperial College London with a Commonwealth scholarship, because without that, I don't think so I would be able to take this course, because the tuition fees is quite high. So yeah, I am really thankful for the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission for that. And now I'm doing a PhD in University of Edinburgh in nanoelectronics. So yeah, I'm fully funded here by my supervisor. So yeah, I feel that I'm quite lucky and glad. So yeah, I mean, that's quite my journey. So this is just to show that what I have I experience in, I can share my values share my experience and intellect or whatever you can connect with me in these areas. So I have given NET JRF. Given means I have qualified. Then GATE, BARC, JRE, TOEFL, IELTS, Senior Scientific Officer, and I'm a CSC alumni. So I have cleared the written exams. Some of them I'm not able to appear for the interviews in 2 of them because I have to move here. So yeah, that's not to show off, that to make you aware that in these areas you can ask me questions, and these kind of things I'm aware of. Next, okay, so this is the kind of the general I was googling. So what student after do masters in physics or basic science, to basic science and BTech नहीं है, हम BSc की बात कर रही हूँ, and the students opt for PhD. Many students opt for PhD, then goes for teaching and scientists. There are like tough competition between teaching and scientist positions, but teaching positions are definitely higher compared to scientists. So the ratio comes like that. And many students opt for private industries also, which I believe that in the next 10 coming years, this scenario is going to change, and then private industries and this percentage will definitely take over. So I believe that I will go over all these 4 arenas one by one. And that's like, so first is the PhD. So PhD, we have 2 options. So first you can do a PhD in India, and for India you have basically you have to appear for NET, JRF, GATE or JEST, and you have to prepare for the entrance exam basically. So साल में एक बार या 2 बार you will appear for the these examination entrance exams, and then you will appear for the interview. So basically if you enter in a master's degree, you know कि मुझे selection procedure पता है. See, there are 2 things. एक तो मुझे प्रोसीजर पता है कि what is step 1, what is step 2, what is step 3. तो 10th पास किया है तो मुझे पता है कि 3 स्ट्रीम्स हैं, या तो साइंस है या कॉमर्स है या आर्ट्स है. So I have to decide between these 3 things, and I know कि क्या करना है. Then comes the action part. The planning part is there. You have to act on it. Now comes the international. What is abroad? Like PhD अगर abroad करना है, तो there comes कि पहली बात तो बहुत सारा लंबा प्लानिंग करना है हमें. What is the planning? So first of all, we have to choose the countries कि कहाँ पे JRE हमें देना है, कहाँ TOEFL necessary है, कहाँ IELTS necessary है. These conditions comes up while choosing the countries, and there are a lot of countries. So first planning goes for country planning कि कौन सी country जाना है, and then comes up कि what should your CV look like, how should your SOP look like, how should be your LOR could be कि हमें LOR लेना किससे है. Like let's suppose I'm from nanomaterials, and if I'm asking from some supervisor who's in quantum mechanics, or who supervisor who has a specialization in, let's suppose, nuclear physics, so it is not relatable. You always have to plan things like that कि मुझे LOR भी किससे लेना है. Your all these 3 things matters, and after that you appear for interview. So there's a huge difference between application in India and application abroad. So what happens in India, you know कि आपको एक entrance की तैयारी करनी है, एक interview की तैयारी करनी है. आपको abroad के लिए you need to do a lot of things. So many students who wants to go abroad, they give up because ये सारी चीजें हो नहीं पाती हैं, एकदम से नहीं होंगी ना. It takes time. Let's suppose I give example. अगर आपको next year admission लेना है PhD में UK में, October 20. I guess Shivin, your mic is on. I mean, someone's mic is on. Please just mute it. Shivesh, your mic is on. Can you please just turn it off? Yeah, thank you. So yeah, now आपको अगर next year October 2023 में admission लेना है UK में PhD में, so you should apply this year, right? अभी October, November, December, January में apply करना है. अभी apply करने के लिए आपके पास क्या होना चाहिए? आपका CV ready होना चाहिए, आपका SOP ready होना चाहिए, आपका LOR ready होना चाहिए. उस CV में क्या-क्या activities होनी चाहिए, क्या-क्या internships होनी चाहिए. तो basically जो CV आप अभी लिख रहे हो, उसमें 2 साल का हार्डवर्क इनपुट होता है कि आप 2 साल वो हार्डवर्क करो, आप अपना सीवी बिल्डअप करो. सीवी लिखना इज एक बात है, वो तो कोई भी कर देगा. पोर्टफोलियो बनाना, अपने आप को क्रिएट करना इन बीएससी के फर्स्ट ईयर से लेके मास्टर्स के एंड तक फॉर अ पीएचडी एप्लीकेशन, दैट नीड्स अ प्लानिंग. So this is important, and this basically differentiate between these 2 things, and it is a personal decision कि आपको कहाँ जाना है. बट आई फील कि अब्रॉड जाने के लिए वो इनर्शिया है जो थोड़ा हायर है, उसको ब्रेक करना पड़ता है. So maybe you all have heard of quantum barrier. तो वो जो initial energy है वो ज़्यादा लगती है abroad में. That is my personal opinion. Next is why you should do a PhD. कि PhD करनी क्यों है? I mean, I also asked this question during my masters. I was not very into research, but अगर ये चीजें आपको लगता है कि आप में हैं, so first आपको research interest तो है, like I can do, you know, मुझे एक particular topic में interest है, and I feel that I'm quite good enough. I understand the logics, and I can also communicate my knowledge. So that is important. If you have these things, you can definitely go for a PhD. And next is that you want to expert of one topic, because you know, like now this is the time आपको किसी हर चीज में एक्सपर्ट होना जरूरी नहीं है. If you're expert in your topic, in your arena, definitely you can, you know, make a difference in your field. Next is that you want to have a career in academia or you want to have a career in industry. Both these all 4 points are important to have a PhD. I mean, ये अगर चारों में से कोई भी option आप सोचते हो अपने लिए, then definitely you can opt for a PhD. Your mic is on. Can you please just yeah, stop it? Yeah, thank you. Next is why you should not do a PhD. That is really important. ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आपको PhD क्यों नहीं करनी है. First is that कि कोई temporary solution नहीं है कि आपको कोई job मिल जाए तब तक आप PhD join कर लो. Trust me, it is not a good idea. Next कि सब लोग PhD कर रहे हैं. Everybody is doing PhD in my batch. Everybody is so intelligent. I should also do a PhD because you know, like I'm also intelligent. So PhD is not a mark for intelligence. You can do different other things to prove your intelligence or prove yourself or to have earning or to be independent. All these things matters, but don't do any of these stuffs under peer pressure. So you are a unique person. You are a unique, you know, like everybody is different on this planet. So you are different. So try to, you know, find your path. So that is my way of saying that thing. And next is that many also say that कि 5 साल तक stipend मिलेगा, we are sorted for 5 years, then we will think 5 साल बाद. So don't do that thing also. This is again really important. And finally is that is an easy option कि I don't have to look for a job. I don't have to look for a scientist job or trying to clear something else, or there's like, you know, other things which I can do. So this एक सीधे रास्ता दिखता है हमें तो हम वो ज्यादा फॉलो करते हैं. टेढ़ा मेढ़ा वाला हमें हमेशा, you know, like there is an inertia to do those things. So don't do PhD for this reason. Do a PhD for all these reasons which are mentioned in the left of the screen. Next is that teaching option. So what does the teaching can make the difference? So first is the teaching is a kind of noble job. Everybody knows that. So आप एक पहली चीज तो ये आप एक अच्छा profession है. Second is that it gives you stability. And finally, it gives you a good salary also. So after having 5 years of degree, everybody wants to be a stable career. Everybody wants a good salary. They want to be independent. And teaching provides all these three together. So why not choose this? So first is the, okay, I guess there's something bad with my screen. I'm really sorry. Satish, can you just edit this red mark? I'm really sorry. I don't know how it happened.
I'm just turn off the annotation option given to participant.
Okay, so one of the participant did that. Okay, can we just remove it? Because I don't think so it looks good here. Hello? I'm really sorry, guys. Just wait for 1 minute. I mean, I just really don't want this red and yellow thing to come on the screen. Okay, so, okay, yeah, I did that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we were on teaching. So stability, salary, and noble cause. The first is that assistant professor in government bodies, in government universities. So right now, सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि अगर आप मास्टर्स डिग्री कर रहे हैं, ग्रेजुएशन भी कर रहे हैं, प्लीज बी अवेयर ऑफ कि कौन कौन से स्टेट्स में असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर जॉब्स निकलती हैं. So, पहली बात तो ये कि पीएचडी होना इज नॉट कंपल्सरी. आफ्टर अ मास्टर्स डिग्री यू आर एलिजिबल टू बी असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन गवर्नमेंट कॉलेजेस. So like in Haryana, in all the state governments conduct these exams. So like in Madhya Pradesh and UP, in Haryana, I got to know that in my time they have vacancies, and recently there's a huge opening in UP also. So try to have a lookout, go to their websites, check when the opening will open, like when the openings happen. So because they don't happen at a particular time, कि अगर date February में होता है तो वो हर opening Feb में ही निकलेगी. So that's the problem. Gate हमको पता है कि Feb में एग्जाम होगा, September October में एप्लीकेशन है, तो we are aware of कि when we have to apply for the gate exam. But with the assistant professor jobs and any other jobs, we don't know कि what exactly is the time period when the application portal will open. Like IUAC has scientist job vacancy, but the portal opens in every 1 or 2, 3 years and randomly any month. So how you will get to know? और सिर्फ एक महीने के लिए पोर्टल ओपन होगा, तो how you will get to notified with that? So have an eye on that, make an Excel sheet or whatever you are comfortable with, and have a look on these permanent and temporary positions. And for the temporary positions, every university has, like DU opens the ad hoc portal in every 6 months, and you can have a look and apply there. So that's a really good option. And second is the secondary school teaching option. The salary is normally the same, so you will get a salary of assistant professor in school. So DSSB has vacancies every year normally, so you can apply there. Similarly, there's international schools, and they having a multicultural MNC wala culture hai. So you can, you can work in a school, you have a diverse culture, and you get a good salary, and the exposure is really nice. So it is up to you. You want a government job or you want a private job, and you can have teaching in schools and kind of really good experience. And finally is the Unicorn Startup Private Limited, which I worked on like a FITZY. All year round vacancy, you don't have to wait the vacancies to open. So either you want to teach for, like competitive exams, or like teach for, like in a real threshold kind of work culture. So I believe that unicorns and startups are a good way to start, and you don't have to wait for vacancies to open. They have all round year vacancies, and Pravega has also entered in this. So I believe that you can always look out for these options as a short-term and long-term career options. And yeah, this is in the teaching sector. Next is the scientist one. So I mean, you are doing MSc Physics, and yeah, one सबका कहीं ना कहीं एक सपना जरूर होता है, like they have dreamed once in a while that they want to be a scientist. So the positions are kind of less, but definitely there are few positions which opens every year. So the which positions opens every year comes in this sector. So in BARC, the position opens every year, same for ONGC, but ONGC now has restricted that MSc Physics with electronics are eligible for the post. So do check out the notification. Don't just follow कि 5 साल पहले किसी भैया या दीदी का हुआ था ONGC में with MSc Physics. Do your own research. You are undergrad or master or whatever, you are on your own, you are 20 plus, so you should research everything. Don't just listen to anyone, just do your own research. Same goes with the DRDO. They have openings every year, and in IEF, the meteorological department. So these kind of positions open every year. Master students are eligible, masters physics, and you either have to appear for the GATE like DRDO and ONGC, and BARC also have separate exams. The main thing is that the vacancies are limited. I'm not saying कि बहुत
मेरा मतलब कोई भाई बता रही भाई छोरा ही बहू भाई मम्मी बता रही
Shivam, can you please
बातें क्या बता रहा हूँ मैं
yeah, thank you Shivam. So yeah, first vacancies कम होती हैं, second competition definitely high है, but the thing is that if you are really hardworking, you really give in your written exams, and you will prepare really good for the interviews, they can crack those exams. I mean, if you plan properly. So I have I'm not saying that I have cracked every exam of those, but I have cracked BARC, I have cracked GATE for like DRDO, but I couldn't appear for the interview. But interviews are also really difficult, so you have to prepare really hard. I'm not demotivating you, but I'm just presenting the truth in front of you that exams easy nahi hai, but difficult bhi nahi hai. But no, like you have to give your 100% if you really want to appear for these exams, because the competition is really high. So both these are important. Now, next is that what other exams like in government after MSc Physics you can appear. So first is the Airport Authority of India. Next is RBI, then FCAT and CDS, and third is the Navy Short Service Commission. And this Navy Short Service Commission has recently has openings for like 15-20 days back, and they were hiring MSc Physics students. Although the cutoff goes high, like you should have 75 or 80% in your master's degree. So अब ये चीज आपके मास्टर्स में 80% लाना है आपको नेवी एसएससी में जाने के लिए, you should know in your BSc physics, because आप मास्टर्स खत्म कर रहे हो तब आपको पोजीशन का पता चले और फिर आप उसमें अप्लाई करो, बट आपने उतना मेंटेन ही नहीं किया ग्रेड. So that is the difficult thing. So the point is that being aware of कि क्या क्या vacancies है ये भी important है. Not at the time कि आज पता होना, आपको जो vacancy अगले 3 साल बाद निकलने वाली है वो आपको अभी से पता होना चाहिए. ये vacancies निकल सकती हैं, मैं इनमें apply कर सकता हूँ. इन सब के लिए what portfolio should I maintain? What exactly should I do now? That is the important thing. And now the random, like vacancies in ISRO, SAC, IUAC and forensic lab, they opens randomly. Randomly का मतलब ये है कि हर साल नहीं निकलती हैं, 2-3 साल में एक बार निकलती हैं. So IUAC has vacancies opening this year. तो opening थी इस साल जो कि 2 साल बाद निकली, 2 या 3 साल बाद. And they opened just for 25 days. So the point is that कि अगर ये चीज आपको नहीं पता है, आपने वो 20-25 दिन कहीं बंक कर दिया है, नहीं ध्यान दिया है, तो you नहीं अप्लाई कर पाओगे. And the requirement is MSc Physics, so that is the important thing. And now let's suppose forensic lab, I will say for the forensic lab, as a senior scientific officer, let's suppose Rajasthan government opens these positions and they have a criteria that you should have a research experience of 2 years, like working research experience. तो अगर आपको सीनियर साइंटिफिक ऑफिसर बनना है किसी फॉरेंसिक लैब में और आपके पास रिसर्च एक्सपीरियंस है पर वो उस लेवल का नहीं है या वो क्राइटेरिया फिल नहीं करता है, तो आप कैसे उस जॉब को ज्वाइन करोगे? बिकॉज आई हैव अपीयर्ड फॉर द इंटरव्यू, आई हैव क्लियर द रिटन एग्जाम, आई अपीयर्ड फॉर द इंटरव्यू, बट माय टीचिंग एक्सपीरियंस डिडंट काउंट एज एक्सपीरियंस इज दैट. सो देयर यू फॉल कि आपको हर चीज डिटेल में पता होनी चाहिए कि किस जॉब के लिए क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स है. दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग. Now coming to few more random vacancies where MSc Physics can go. So one is the IB, then is the NIC, patent officer, and in Ministry of Home Affairs also they have a junior scientific officer positions, which again opens randomly. Vacancies kabhi kam kabhi zyada, but definitely they open. Like in patent officer, in last 3 years there was no vacancy, so you again have to check, make a list कि कब open होने वाला है. So these kind of things you should be aware of. Next, the junior research assistant. Now these can be taken as a short-term positions for you. Let's suppose आपको forensic lab में scientific officer बनना है, तो आप एक junior research assistant की job में join कर सकते हैं. Then after 2-3 years or 5-6 years, you can go as a forensic lab, or maybe you can become after a few years, you can do a PhD also as a working there, and you can be promoted to senior scientific officer. So this is the benefit of joining as a junior research assistant. And there are यहाँ पे जो आपको दिख रहे हैं पॉसिबल ऑप्शंस, ये लिमिटेड नहीं है. दिस इज द ओनली ऑप्शंस आई कैन फाइंड जिनमें ओपनिंग्स रिसेंटली थी या फिर हैं. आई गेस NCPOR और NPCI have openings right now, and they intake BSc Physics student also. तो उसमें मास्टर्स की भी रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है, आप एज अ ग्रेजुएट भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. So for the graduate students who don't want to, like हमें अभी masters नहीं करनी है, हमें सोचना है हमें क्या करना है, and we want to have a research experience, and then you want to shift to a master's degree, then you can join as a junior research assistant. So do have a look out and try to explore these options as much as you can. इसमें न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स के ऑप्शंस भी हैं, इसमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के ऑप्शंस भी हैं, इसमें आपके मेट्रोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट भी है, इसमें नैनो मटेरियल का भी डिपार्टमेंट है विच इज INST, मेट्रोलॉजी इज IMNND, फिर न्यूक्लियस SINP. So I'm saying that कि everything exists, but you have to be aware of everything. That is the most important thing. Next, now comes कि हमने PhD ऑप्शन देख लिया कि PhD क्या है, टीचिंग कहाँ कर सकते हैं, साइंटिस्ट कहाँ बन सकते हैं, राइट, इन द गवर्नमेंट बॉडीज या फिर कोई गवर्नमेंट जॉब कहाँ कहाँ पे है. Now comes the private sector. So I know that in the work culture right now in India की MSc Physics के बच्चे private industries में नहीं जाते हैं, या फिर they are not very much eager to join private industries or they are not very much capable कि वो ज्वाइन कर सकें, बिकॉज आपके पास बहुत सारी ऐसी नॉलेज नहीं होती जो रिक्वायर्ड होती है. सो दे आर इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज विच आर वेरी मच लिंक टू फिजिक्स और आप फिजिक्स बेसिकली. तो आप इन एरिनाज में काम करिए विच आई मीन दे कैन बी दोज एरिनाज कि आप उस पर फोकस करें, आप उस पर कोई PhD परस्यू करें या मास्टर्स प्रोजेक्ट करें, या फिर आप कोई जूनियर रिसर्च लैब में आप इस पे काम करें. देन यू कैन जॉइन प्राइवेट इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो, मे बी डायरेक्टली आफ्टर योर मास्टर्स or maybe after your PhD degree. So that is really very important कि ये Shivam don't drop please, this is really difficult because it makes the screen not look good. So that's the thing. So first, which is the emerging technology, is the this is the semiconductor industry, and it is like becoming, you know, like everybody knows that there was shortage of chips, everybody knows that there is a huge demand of nano things, like, you know, if nano isn't everything, like bio bolo, like maybe mechanical bolo, civil bolo, like every name you just say, every branch you say, you can put prefix nano in front of that. If it is a chemical, if it is a bio, if it is a physics, if it is a every single thing. So, and if you name nano, then you can name sensors in that, right? You need sensors everywhere. So these are the typical markets who are growing, and along with that, superconductors, low temperature physics, and superfluid again are related very much to semiconductor. And in India, right now, not right now, in the last 2 years, there was mentioned that in the statistics that India still imports a lot of things from outside. So that's why government has invested 76,000 crores in that semiconductor industry. So just imagine if you pursue a career in semiconductor physics and you choose your niche, you choose your field very close to one particular thing, you can be part of these things, and you can, you know, make your future relatable to those areas. कि आप एक ऐसा करियर चूज करेंगे जो कि जिसका ग्रोथ लीनियर हो या फिर एक्सपोनेंशियल हो. So semiconductor industry is definitely not linear, it will grow exponentially. So choosing career in semiconductor physics can be a good idea. And this is the I took the market summary. So at the CAGR of 8.2% it will grow, so it's quite high, and it is just for the whole Asia, it's not India. So that's why, to make you aware कि semiconductor क्यों choose कर सकते हैं, क्यों choose करना चाहिए. Next is the green energy. So green energy can be now the solar, EV, lithium batteries, and supercapacitors these are the hot topics right now. So everybody is trying to, you know, like have set up industries in India. So these are the CAGR reports, and in India there will be a growth of 49%, which is mentioned. So there are a lot of companies working on them. So people do hire after masters, people do hire after PhDs. So again, it is your choice. If you want to work in these companies, you can't just go finish your masters in any random project and just ask them hire us. You need to build your portfolio according to these demands of these companies. If you want to join lithium batteries company, something like that, you have to prove yourself that your master's degree is related to that project and you can be useful as a scientist or as an analyst or something else. So that is why you should aware कि market में demand क्या है और आप पढ़ क्या रहे हैं. You know, like that is very much important कि आप जो पढ़ रहे हैं उसका use कहाँ है. आपको अगर उसका यूज नहीं पता है तो आप वो पढ़ क्यों रहे हैं? मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग यू शुड आस्क योरसेल्फ कि मैं क्यों ये कोर्स कर रहा हूँ, व्हाट इज द फ्यूचर. सो पहले फ्यूचर देखो और फिर वो चीज को परस्यू करो, बिकॉज at the end everybody wants to earn money, everybody wants to be independent, everybody wants to be settled. So आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि आप 10 साल तक पढ़ रहे हैं और आप इंडिपेंडेंट नहीं है. You should be independent by after your master's degree. That's what I want to say to you. So that is really important in deciding which field you want to choose. Again, this is the just market analysis. And now coming to the other parts which are growing. This is the biophysics, optics, quantum computing, and content writing. So I have plotted I have just taken the screenshot from the Google, and they have done the market analysis reports. And in these three areas, in biotechnology, in optics, and in quantum computing, there's a huge growth, and India has invested a lot of money in quantum computing recently. So it is 88,000 crore rupees, and they have a collaboration with company abroad. I forgot the name, but it was IISER Pune, and there's a huge investment in quantum computing and in optics. So if people want to have a career in them, then definitely they can look in these niche arenas, and they can try to link their PhDs, because now in India also you can have an industrial PhD. So you can have your you can choose your supervisor, then you can select an industry, and then you can collaboratively work between industry and academia. So this is the kind of work you should do. I mean, you should not just think ki 5 saal PhD karni hai, 3 saal PhD karni hai. You should make your PhD something like useful out of that. And the content writing thing, as you all know that, because science को जो हम समझते हैं उसको layman term में introduce करना, layman terms में लिखना is again a building up industry. So if you know, let's suppose nuclear physics, and you want to just express it to the normal audience, then you have to write in a layman term which everybody can understand. So you if you are having writing skills, you have a good writing skills, then definitely you can try content writing through your graduation or master's degree. I mean, side by side, आप try कर सकते हैं इस option को. And after that, if you think that you want to go in this arena, then Vigyan Prasad has this option as a content writing position. Next is the data science. I mean, this is the booming industry, and AI, blockchain, finance, management is all related. So people go after their masters and go after their PhD degrees. So let's suppose a student who has done PhD in statistical physics or master's course in statistical physics, and they have a good understanding of how things work, they can go in finance, they can go in AI also. Maybe they can learn some coding and join these programs, and then they apply for interviews. So my point is that this is not limited. Trust me, these are the possible options I can think of, because I am into nanomaterials, I'm into semiconductor physics. That's why I have presented these ideas. There are many more booming industries which we can talk about. I mean, which I'm not aware of in maybe next sessions. So this is that. Now the question comes up कि ठीक है, हमने ये सब सुन लिया है कि these are the options, ये सब कर सकते हैं, मैं अभी क्या करूं? मतलब ठीक है, मतलब मैं कॉलेज जाता हूँ, मैं कॉलेज जाती हूँ, these are the books, मुझे ये सेमेस्टर एग्जाम पास करना है, मुझे पता है. Now इन सब चीजों के लिए मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? What exactly should I do for these things? फ्यूचर के लिए मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? तो don't be confused, let's just sort out कि क्या क्या possible options तुम्हें करने चाहिए. So this is the thing, and somebody is very much interested in using my screen. No problem. Okay. Yeah. So basically, try to work on these possible options during your graduation and post-graduation. Trust me, you will be really happy if you engage in some of these. Trust me, after 5 years, आप बहुत खुश होंगे कि हमने thank goodness we have in कुछ हमने pick करके इसमें से कुछ कर लिया है. So first is that कि आप एक जरूर कोडिंग जरूर करिए, because एक लैंग्वेज जरूर कोशिश करिए कि आप enroll करें, because there are a lot of online courses available. Do them, have an experience, try to learn. Because ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको private sector में ही coding आनी चाहिए. First of all, it will develop your analytical thinking. So analytical thinking develop करने में ही आपका बहुत benefit है. First of all that. Second that कि अगर आप कोई PhD भी करते हैं तो उसमें आपको ये coding skill आना एक plus point है. There's always a plus point. So why don't you want to give your 1 hour of a week, or let's suppose 5 hours a week कोडिंग में देना चाहें, जो कि आप कहीं और इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, बी नॉट यूजफुल और यूजफुल, आई हैव नो आइडिया, पर आप इतना टाइम निकाल सकते हैं कि आप कोडिंग को एक बार 6 महीने के लिए ट्राई कर सकते हैं, एंड यू कैन ट्राई टू लर्न अ लैंग्वेज. Next is that students who wants to do a PhD abroad and in European countries, they can try to learn a foreign language. I mean, there are a lot of options where you can online or offline. So you can learn a foreign language and you can have a benefit while applying. So there are many courses like PhD applications jahan pe post hoti hain, and they do have sometimes that if you know a foreign language that you will be given, you know, like some kind of relaxation in that. So that will be quite useful if you know a foreign language. Next is that because you are a master's student or you're a graduate student, you are a grown-up person, right? You are 18 plus. So you should engage every single human. I say that after 18 plus, do something to earn some money. It's not about just money to have leisure. It's about having the feel of independence. First thing is that. Second, you can do things. Let's suppose if you earn online or offline, you can pay on your own coding skills. Simple, your mic is on. Yeah, thank you. So you can invest. Let's suppose you want to learn a foreign language, sometimes you have to pay money. Let's suppose you have to get a certificate for a coding language course, then you have to pay sometimes. So you don't have to ask your parents. You can use your own earned money which you earn from tutoring. Also, what skills you develop when you tutor, you will learn presentation skills. First of all, you will learn how to present your topic to someone else. Sometimes we think that we know the topic, but we can't express it properly. So while teaching or tutoring, you will learn expressing yourself in a much better way. Your presentation skills will improve, your talking skills will improve. And let's suppose if you are teaching a student in English, then definitely if later you will use IELTS or TOEFL, then your speaking skills will improve in English. So definitely that's a good point, and you should always try to tutor any student. Small amount, huge amount, that's completely your choice, but definitely try this option. Next is the ambassador programs. So many universities or many colleges have these ambassador programs. Why I'm saying encouraging you all to try, because see, academia is a different thing. वहाँ पे अपना intellectual grow कर रहे हो, right? Ambassador programs gives you how you can lead a team, or how can be a part of a team, how to do a teamwork, or you will meet new people, you will build a network. Let's suppose आप मुझे जानते हैं, let's suppose, right? And if somebody wants to do a project in nanomaterials or something like that, or want to choose a career in nano, I can give a better, experience or share my ideas कि ये कर सकते हो, वो कर सकते हो. So this is called networking. आप अपना नेटवर्क बढ़ा रहे हो ताकि आप दूसरों के एक्सपीरियंस से सीख सको. आपको खुद को गलती करने की जरूरत ना पड़े कि मैं पहले गलती करूं, फिर मैं सीखूं, फिर गलती करूं, फिर मैं सीखूं. I mean, there are a lot of people who have experience, so just talk to them and have their experience and don't do mistakes. So that is the point of joining different activities. Next is you should always try to learn how LaTeX works and how the MS Word works. So because you will be writing your thesis in masters, and if you are joining a PhD, you will be writing your thesis in that, and there are a lot of times students don't know how to use those. So that is really important. And the next is the statistical understanding. It is again important analyzing your data. So try to at least explore Excel. ऐसा नहीं Excel खोल के बैठ गए and I know how to write numbers. Try to YouTube some courses. They will be free, and give at least 1 or 2 sessions and try to learn and apply those activities. So that is really important. Next is that internship or summer projects. I know they are not much compared to BTech's person. I mean, ऐसा नहीं है, but now in the time people are encouraging science students. So DST is encouraging a lot of science activities, trust me. So try to explore options in summer or internship or summer projects in IITs, in IISER, government bodies, DRDO. They all have options. Like for abroad, I can tell you one option, like Cost University in Saudi Arabia. They open application for master students to have a 1 or 2 months summer project or winter project. I know that last year it opened and it is fully funded. So the point is that, again, I'm just repeating my own thing. I know that, but like how you will be aware. जब तक आपको पता नहीं है श्रोडिंगर इक्वेशन एग्जिस्ट करती है, आप श्रोडिंगर इक्वेशन गूगल पे सर्च कैसे करोगे? द पॉइंट इज दैट कि पता होना चाहिए. पता होने के बाद तो यू कैन सर्च योर थिंग्स ऑन योर ओन, राइट? आई मीन, यू नो दैट कि नेट जेआरएफ दिसंबर या जनवरी में अप्लाई करना है मुझे फॉर्म, तो पता है मुझे, मैं अप्लाई कर लूंगी. बट जब मुझे पता ही नहीं कोई एग्जाम होता है, I will definitely miss out. That's my point. Next, two things which I want to encourage is the application. आपको अब SOP कैसे बनाना आना चाहिए, CV कैसा होना चाहिए, CV के लिए क्या करना है मुझे. All those things are again important, not just abroad के लिए, India के लिए भी. Because trust me, I have seen CV of a lot of people and sometimes they are really good, but sometimes they are really horrible. I mean, आप नहीं समझ सकते वो CV क्या है, मतलब like that's I have seen. I'm not saying कि बच्चे की गलती है, but because he don't have any like person to give the feedback. And there are a lot of times students then opt for private organizations to make their SOP, to make their CV. I don't want कि आप एक मास्टर्स के बाद आपने 5 साल पढ़ाई कर ली है, उसके बाद आप किसी और से अपना SOP और CV बनवा रहे हैं. Can you imagine? You are going for a research degree. You are saying that you will be a scientist, you will be having a doctorate degree, and you are asking someone else to make your SOP. I agree, you can have feedback on your SOP or CV, but you should always engage yourself in making a SOP or CV or anything else. You can take help is not a problem. The problem is that कि आपने पैसे दे दिए और आपने वो material ले लिया. You are just buying a degree like that. But don't be like that person. Don't buy things. Work on those. Give time. Invest your intellect. You will grow as a person and you will learn as a person. You will be proud of yourself that I have took admission on my own. I have written my own SOP and I'm really proud of myself for that things. So that is really important. And next is that engage in research groups. Okay. I know sometimes हमें लेट्स सपोज किसी रिसर्च टॉपिक नहीं उसमें हमें इंटरेस्ट है या नहीं समझ में आता है, but try to pick up few things and come back and Google about it. Sometimes you have to gain interest. आपको interest develop करना पड़ता है. Just as a funny story, because first time I ate momos, I didn't like them. After a year, I tried again. I didn't like them. But after now, I'm a huge fan of momos. So I'm not relating science to the momos, but I'm saying that sometimes you have to invest time, you give your efforts, and then you like something. So don't just run away from lectures or seminars or research topics. Go there, interact with faculties. And it's okay if you are very new in the research. It's completely fine. Everybody is new one day, right? सबको एक दिन में research नहीं आती, सबको एक दिन में physics नहीं आ सकती है. आप कोशिश करिए, सेमिनार्स जाइए. आपको अगर उसमें 5 शब्द भी समझ में आ रहे हैं, that's completely fine. Next time you will go, you will understand 10 words. Next time maybe you will understand 15 words. So at least there will be a growth. Don't just run away ki I am not able to understand. Try and try. That is the only thing I want from all of you. Don't give up. That's the only thing. Don't give up. So yep, that is all. And the options I said, I know they are limited, maybe not relatable to all of you. And I will try to have a feedback and then have coming up with a session next time related to those students. So yeah, do believe in yourself. Trust me. I'm not saying that ki MSc Physics के बाद jobs बहुत हैं. I'm saying that if you're consistent, आपके लिए job जरूर होगी. If you are hardworking, आपके लिए job जरूर होगी. If you are aware, you will grab that opportunity. Trust me, that will definitely happen. Definitely. थोड़ा time लग सकता है, but just be patient. Just try and don't waste your bachelor's and master's का time number लाने में सिर्फ. I know having a good grade is really important, but सिर्फ grade important नहीं है. आपकी बाकी skills आपको improve करनी है to like to compete with other people who is doing something else. जिसने ग्रेड भी लिखा हुआ है, जिसने सेमिनार्स भी अटेंड किए हैं, जिसने इंटर्नशिप्स भी करी, जिसने प्रोजेक्ट्स भी करा है, हाउ विल कम्पीट विद दैट पर्सन? बिकॉज आपने अपने अदर स्किल्स को छोड़ दिया है, एंड दो स्किल्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट. ट्रस्ट मी, very important. So yeah, that's the session. This is the feedback form. I want from you, please try to scan it and fill the feedback form. And in the meantime, we can have people now can raise their hand, unmute themselves, and yeah, interact. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hi Deepika, and good evening everybody. Alok this side, and it has been really a wonderful session. I was actually traveling, but I enjoyed a lot. And everybody, one by one, you can just unmute yourself and ask questions very briefly, so that we can connect to lot more number of students, and then that will be the end of the session. And it has been really very enlightening, I would say.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, everybody. Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Aniket Rathi, and presently I am in third year of my graduation, and I was taking JAM coaching. So actually my question was, ma'am, I have decided to become an assistant professor for now. Means I just keep on thinking, but as you said, being financially independent is also important. So I was thinking to become assistant professor. So ma'am, I am in UP. So every year they just release form for assistant professor jobs. And I was reading an article which stated that there are a lot of PhD qualified candidates who appear for assistant professor jobs too. Means they are actually overqualified. So what qualities should I develop in the present meantime to compete, to have a better position against those PhD holders, since I will be competing them after doing my master's, not PhD?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, जो आप exam की बात कर रहे हैं, that exam is completely based on written exams. They don't conduct interviews, to my knowledge. They don't have interviews as much that importance. तो अगर interview है, I mean, let's suppose, can you just share that it has interview, it doesn't have interview? I mean, do you know that?
I mean, they do have interviews.
They do have interviews. Okay, that's nice. Okay, fine. So now the important thing is that कि आपके जो written exam है उसमें तो आपको well करना ही करना है. I mean, that is definitely your written exam and their written exam, or they don't have. Now you have to compete in the interview process. So interview process में compete करने के लिए, I would say that try to do tutoring. That's what I'm saying that. So while doing a master's degree, you can tutor graduate students online or offline. Then definitely you will have good presentation skills. You will have deep knowledge of the subject. Because when we read for ourselves, हम शायद वो छोटे-छोटे concepts पे ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. But when we teach someone else, we have to understand all the concepts, and we get cross questions and then we answer them. So we learn a lot. So people who want to go as an assistant professor, I will definitely encourage them to do some tutoring, do some teaching. That will be a great experience for yourself also. I know that is time constrained. आप masters कर रहे हैं, आपके पास time नहीं है. But trust me, अगर आप time निकालेंगे, तो आपके पास जरूर time आएगा. And you will help a lot of graduate students understand concepts. क्योंकि अब JAM की coaching के बाद आप इतने well aware हो जाते हो कि ये topic कैसे समझाना है, इसकी questions कैसे करने हैं. So you can help your university graduate students also. That will be a great option.
Ma'am, one more follow-up question. Since I was preparing for JAM, so I just sit with the net students too. So I found that the syllabus means the questions are hard though, but the syllabus is मतलब same सा ही होता है, इतना ज़्यादा वो different नहीं होता है. So while doing MSc, should I go for taking coaching for net, or should I go with the flow of just research paper and the things we do in MSc? What would be a better? Because MSc के बाद net तो clear करना ही है ma'am. So why should I waste 1 or 2 years in coaching after doing MSc, or means what are your views, ma'am?
Okay, this is again a person-dependent question. So, net, okay, JAM का syllabus थोड़ा कम होता है, net का syllabus complete masters का होता है. Let's suppose कि आपके JAM में I don't think so complete quantum आती है, complete statistical physics आती है, statistical शायद आती ही बहुत limited आती है. Then I believe that कि nuclear and particle physics भी उतनी नहीं आती है. So, to qualify net, you don't have to read research papers. So it's just my suggestion कि research paper आपको research interest develop करने के लिए होता है, net qualify करने के लिए आपको एक अलग analytical thinking और वो paper निकालने का तरीका आना चाहिए, आपको subject की deep knowledge होनी चाहिए. So if you are concentrating very much in your master's degree and you are solving a lot of like question papers जो कि आप अगर आप net का question paper निकाल ले रहे हो आप practice करके घर पे ही, then there's no need of coaching. But if you think that you're not able to understand few topics and you want to have ये topics में मुझे help चाहिए, then definitely आप subject wise शायद coaching ले सकते हो, which might be possible in Pravega, I guess. I mean, we are kind of thinking, I mean, me as a part of Pravega also, that they may introduce subject specific coaching, not overall. So kind of that. I will not emphasize coaching लेना नहीं लेना, that's completely person dependent. अगर आप खुद से कर सकते हैं, no problem. नहीं कर सकते हैं, take help online, offline. But थोड़ा difference है. I guess 40% is different. Net में extra 40% add हो जाता है. My knowledge. I mean, Alok sir, if you're there, you can add. I mean, I'm not very sure because I
Thank you, ma'am.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I think आपने बिल्कुल सही आंसर किया है. नेट के सिलेबस में ऑब्वियसली काफ़ी एक्स्ट्रा टॉपिक्स हैं जैम के कंपैरिजन में, और आई थिंक आजकल बच्चे ये काफ़ी कर रहे हैं कि एमएससी के बहुत ही स्टार्टिंग से ही नेट के सिलेबस को पढ़ रहे हैं, और बहुत सारे बच्चे हमारे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं वो शुरू में ही काफ़ी अच्छे से वो करके और दे हैव क्वालिफाइड. सो आई थिंक दैट विल बी अ गुड ऑप्शन टू प्रिपेयर. और थोड़ा सा ऐड करना हो रही थी बिकॉज कई सारे आई मीन जब असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर का अपॉइंटमेंट होता है तो उसमें कई जगहों पे दे ऑलरेडी गिव वेटेज टू पीएचडी, लाइक इफ यू हैव क्वालिफाइड पीएचडी यू विल गेट 10 मार्क्स. सो उस तरीके से काफी डिफरेंस क्रिएट हो जाता है कि अगर आप प्लेन सिर्फ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट हो और वहां पे कॉम्पीट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, तो मतलब माय सजेशन वुड बी कि इफ यू वांट टू बिकम असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, so after MSc it would be a great idea to join PhD immediately, because बाद में भी जब आपका promotion होता है तो PhD becomes like a must. Okay, thanks.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
So, yeah.
I just
hi.
could you give me a note on physics after engineering? Basically, I'm doing my undergraduate degree in engineering, but I'm passionate in doing physics afterwards and setting a research career afterwards. So how the process should be after the engineering or during the engineering to set my career in research? Can you just give me a note on it?
Okay, so you want to do, I mean, PhD or your master's? I mean, there are possibilities. I mean, there are many possibilities that directly after your BTech, you can join a PhD program. But I guess that needs CGPA. I mean, the CGPA is a criteria to join a PhD. कितना minimum CGPA होना चाहिए. So first of all, you should decide your subject. Have you decided your subject? कि किस field में मुझे PhD या master's करना है?
Yes, I'm basically in particle and astrophysics.
Particle astrophysics. Okay, and you want to do directly a PhD or you want to do a master's first?
Yeah, master's first and then PhD.
Okay, then fine. I believe that you can give. Okay, Harish, what you do? I mean, I'm not very sure that which institutes take BTech students, but I'm very much sure BTech students are eligible. But they do have to appear for the JAM, I guess, and in with JAM. Then write me an email. I'll drop my email here and write me an email, and I will do my search and I'll get back to you in 1 week time. Is that fine with you?
I think for BTech students, dual degree programs are there. They can join that dual degree program, and they can complete their masters as well as PhD. And JEST is one of the exams जो कि काफी openly मतलब BTech students को accommodate करता है. So every year we have many BTech students getting selected in JEST and doing their dual degree program. So that is one of the great options for BTech students.
And sir, are they eligible for the IIT-JAM also, BTech? I guess yes. I
Yes,
mean, I'm not
yes,
sure, but
yes, they are eligible. Yes.
Okay, I guess Harish, your answer. I mean, your question has
The
answered.
only problem is that most of the IITs they do not entertain BTech students for their postgraduate programs. Only few of them do. So it depends department wise. You have to search every IIT, and in few IITs they entertain. But with JEST, most of the research institutes they entertain them. Thanks.
Wow, that's some great advice. Thank you, sir. So, hi Harish. So, just have a look on JEST and IIT-JAM, and if you have cross questions, just reach out to us, and we'll answer your questions.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that
How
fine with
about
you?
doing it abroad? Like not in India. I'm not planning to do it in India. I'm planning to do it abroad.
Okay. So abroad, I mean, first of all, again, you have to choose pick a country, which country you want. You want to go to US or UK or like European countries. So it is quite flexible here. They don't have limitations कि आप BTech के बाद in physics में आप masters नहीं कर सकते. It is quite flexible. You can definitely join interdisciplinary research. So that is completely fine. You can definitely switch. There's no problem in that.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Yeah. Any further questions, just mail me and we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Cool. Okay, a lot of people are in chat. I guess everybody can see my chat also. Okay, is integrated PhD a good option or not? Definitely, it's a good option. But if you are sure कि आपने PhD करनी है, then it's a good option. 1 month internship and some. Okay, let's me just go through one by one because then it will be difficult. Recording definitely मिल जाएगा YouTube पे. Let me just, is doing double masters beneficial? Okay, I have answered this question. PhD outside India, I will have a different, I will have a session maybe in next coming weeks. We'll talk about it because I don't want to trouble everyone in this meeting. How can we get the recording of this meeting? People just pop up. I mean, it's really difficult to, go through chat. What about after doing PhD from abroad, as most countries don't allow students to stay for more than a couple of years? So do we have to come and compete with our colleagues who did PhD from India having more publications?
Let us take questions directly first of all, then
yeah. Please people just pop up. I mean, it's really
short में अपना question आप बोल सकते हो, just unmute करके, or that will be answered.
I mean, this is the platform. You have to be interactive. अगर आप कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, you have to be interactive. You should be yeah, just try to be interactive. Yeah, Vishwas Singh. Yeah.
मैम बीएससी में 58% और एमएससी में 63% है, आईआईटी कानपुर से पीएचडी कर सकते हैं?
बीएससी में 58% है और एमएससी में कितने हैं?
63%.
63%.
आईआईटी कानपुर से.
Do you? I mean, are you aware of? I mean, I'm not exactly criteria. मुझे नहीं याद है.
I think masters में ही देखते हैं, masters में ही देखते हैं. But एक बार आप उसकी डिपार्टमेंट में जाके और एलिजिबिलिटी चेक कर सकते हो. बट जहाँ तक मुझे याद है मास्टर्स में ही परसेंटेज देखते हैं.
But sir, I mean, sorry, Vishwas, you're saying that you have 63% in your masters, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
तो आप अभी PhD के लिए पूछ रहे हैं मुझसे, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
तो PhD में तो you have, I mean, okay, percentage are required, but अगर आप net JRF qualified हैं और आप इंटरव्यू के लिए बैठ रहे हैं या फिर आप गेट के थ्रू इंटरव्यू में बैठ रहे हैं, then I don't think so कि 60% or 65% is the criteria. I'm not really sure, but yeah, do have a check because but they focus more on
few IITs have criteria of 60%.
60%.
Few of them.
No, sir. IIT Madras 8 CGPA. 8
CGPA for direct. Okay, I don't know who said that, but isn't 8 CGPA for the direct PhD without any entrance?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I want to say on this question, like some of your IITs have a criteria before of shortlisting resume before interview or before any aptitude test. So in that case, they do look for CGPA and percentage. What percentage you have in your 10th, 12th, and masters and bachelors. So on that basis, they shortlist few candidates and they call for interview or before that aptitude test.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of
Uh,
that one. Yeah, thank you, Yash. I mean, I'm aware of that one because if you are doing a master's degree, let's suppose I'm doing a master's from IIT Delhi, and I have my CGPA of 8 or 8.5, which is I guess in IIT Delhi it was 8.5 in my time. If you have that CGPA, you are eligible to apply for a PhD without NET, JRF, or GATE. I mean, direct PhD. If you qualify the interview, you will get a PhD. So that maybe that 8 CGPA is for direct PhD interviews. I mean, are you able to understand? There's a difference. अगर आपको IITs में PhD करनी है तो आपके पास दो तरीके हैं, या तो आप NET JRF के थ्रू अप्लाई करो या फिर आप GATE के थ्रू अप्लाई करो, right? The third option is that if you're already a part of, like you have done a master's degree from IIT and you have scored maybe 8 or 8.5, check the eligibility, is it 8 or 8.5, then you can apply for a direct का मतलब ये आपको entrance exam नहीं देना है, आपको सिर्फ interview देना है. So that is for that one. I mean, the 8 CGPA, I mean, to my knowledge is that. So do check out क्योंकि इतना high CGPA for a PhD, I mean through GATE or NET JRF.
They do have.
Yes, ma'am, you are correct.
Like you're saying that even
direct,
through GATE you have to have 8 CGPA, you're saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
It is like IIT Bombay do have a criteria for direct PhD. Even for engineering, after bachelor's, you should have at least 8.5 to compete with other candidates for direct PhD. And I have seen few of my
you're
friends
saying for the
who are
BTech
having,
one. You're saying for the
yeah,
BTech one or for the MSc one?
after bachelor's. After bachelor's, for BTech.
Oh, for the bachelor's.
Direct
Bachelor's.
PhD.
Okay.
Direct PhD. Few of my friends were shortlisted for that, and they were having CGPA of 9 plus. And those who were having CGPA of 8 or 7.5, they were not shortlisted.
Okay.
So CGPA is also one of the criteria to shortlist.
Okay, thank you so much, Yash. So people who are doing BTech, it is for them. Like after bachelor's, you can directly go for a PhD. He is saying for that one. So not for Msc Physics, it is for the bachelor's direct PhD. So that for there, that is the criteria. Thank you, Yash. Thank you so much.
Welcome,
See,
ma'am.
I mean, when you interact, you gain knowledge. I mean, it's not like I'm the genius. You are also all our genius. You can contribute to each other. So yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, Ankin.
मैम अगर कोई बार्क में कोई एक लोअर पोजीशन पर जाता है और फिर वो चाहता है कि वो कोई बार्क में अपर पोजीशन में आ सकता है, तो उसके लिए उसको एग्जाम देना पड़ता है ना, या फिर जैसा काम करेगा उस पे ग्रेड पे ऊपर जाएगा?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't want to, bluff. So if anyone has idea, just share it. Alok sir, if you have any idea, but just if you want to, yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
सर अगर कोई बार्क के लिए तो वेरियस पोजीशन होता है ऑफिसर के लिए, अगर कोई लो ग्रेड पर जाता है फिर वो चाहता है कि हम अपर ग्रेड पर आए, तो उसके लिए एग्जाम होता है या फिर वो काम के दर पे एक्सपीरियंस के बेस पे ही आप ग्रेड को बढ़ा देते?
आई थिंक एग्जाम वाला तो मतलब डिपार्टमेंटल लोगों के लिए होता है जरूर, बट मतलब कुछ फ्रेंड्स हैं बार्क में जो साइंटिस्ट हैं, तो एक बार तुम ये ईमेल में ड्रॉप कर देना क्वेश्चन, तो थोड़ा 100% श्योर होके आई विल आंसर दैट. ओके, बट ऑब्वियसली जो लोग सिस्टम में एंटर कर जाते हैं और फिर प्रमोशन के लिए ऑब्वियसली जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज होती हैं थोड़ी बेटर तो हो जाती है. हाँ,
ओके सर.
गुड इवनिंग मैडम. आई एम संदीप.
Yes, sir, Sandeep.
यस मैम, मैं एक क्वेश्चन था कि मेरा थर्ड मास्टर डिग्री में थर्ड सेम में एक पेपर में बैक लगा है, तो वो क्लियर हो चुका है, लेकिन वो फ्यूचर में प्रॉब्लम करेगा कि पीएचडी के लिए कि कुछ जॉब के लिए कुछ वो प्रॉब्लम करेगा क्या?
तो तुम्हारे थर्ड सेमेस्टर मास्टर्स में ग्रेजुएशन में? मास्टर्स में I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so कि if you, okay, first of all, that is done. वो past है. I mean, first of all, Now, if you're planning to do a PhD in India, PhD abroad, yes, your CGPA matters, but I don't think, I mean, see, I mean, if you improve in all other areas, you have exam crack here, you have a good rank and you appeared for the good interview, you had a good interaction with the faculties and you have good SCB, SOP, then these things doesn't matter. I mean, trust me, if you come up with a better person that you have faced a failure, but now you have improved and now you are well aware, in academia and other things, then that doesn't affect you much, to my personal opinion.
Thank you, madam.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
I can't see your name. Can you just say your name? Sorry. Now.
Recently for doing summer internship in abroad.
Yeah. So see, there are European countries also, which where you can apply for summer internships. But the problem is that you have to apply for the, like there are limited fundings. So you have to find the funding option also. So we will try to, that's the point. I mean, that's why we and Pravega, like me and Pravega, are trying to collect students, form groups and try to interact how we can help you to make you aware ki kaun si country mein apply karna chahiye. So the cost is one, which have summer internships or winter internships where you can apply as a master student. So they just entertain master student. For the undergrad students, I also have to look, and the cost is not just one option. There are definitely more other options which I'm not aware of. I have to do all my own research, so which I will do, but it will take time. So yeah, that's it. I mean, I will say that just be connected with this with us, and if we get to know any openings, we will just share the information with all of you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Ma'am, after masters,
Hello,
we
good
can
evening.
do.
Okay, दो लोग एक साथ बोले हैं. Okay, just one by one, please.
Ma'am, after masters, we can do internship from abroad.
Yes, definitely you can do internships after your master's degree, and in European countries it's quite cheap also. So but ऐसा नहीं है कि like for that internship you have to prove yourself, right? That you are that much, you have that that you contribute something. And why they will ask you to come there, right? We paid version pay, so you should have something in your hand to contribute. Let's suppose if I'm in nanomaterials, so I should maybe know that ki lithography kya hoti hai, what is maybe chip mein kya hai, semiconductor physics kya hai, like maybe theoretical or experimental. So I should be in a position where I can also contribute to the group. That is possible, definitely.
मैम मेरा प्रोजेक्ट सुपर कैपेसिटर पे था, MSc.
Capacitor पे है. So I believe that try to search for organization कि सुपर कैपेसिटर पे कौन कौन से supervisors leading उसमें हैं. So for a research based thing, you don't look for university, you look for supervisors or professors who are working in this field. Try to find those 10, 15, 20 supervisors, try to mail them that I'm really interested in your work and I really want to do an internship under you, paid internship or like funded internship, and have a response. Maybe they will just get back, maybe university mein ye opening hai, ya fir ye opening hai, we can do maybe online internship you can do from India itself if you don't have funds. But if you have fund, if I have funds, I can fund you. So that is a possibility. So I will say that try to search supervisor, mail them and ask them what is the possible thing you both can do together.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Anyone else? Yeah.
I'm asking that we have to choose our MSc project in a subject or in a topic that is directly related to the PhD in this subject. I'm interested to doing PhD in future.
Okay, so you're saying how to choose a master's project?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, let's suppose you are decided कि you want to do a PhD in that particular topic, in like ये particular topic पे PhD करना है मुझे. Then try to find supervisors or professors in your college who works in that arena. So like you can just find, let's suppose Deepika Yadav, Google Scholar. right? Then you will get to know कि वो supervisor के कितने papers आ चुके हैं या फिर what is the current research going on. So try to contact those supervisors, and you can have, you know, like DRDO has these plans, so you can do a collaborative work, like your master's project can be between DRDO and your supervisor also. So have a talk with your supervisor that I want to do a project which has a better, you know, like more collaborations, because when you work in a more collaborative environment, you learn more, you meet new people, and you get to know more opportunities. So I mean, I get to know about DRDO because I attended a session and they informed us that DRDO has those openings for master's students and they can do master's project with us. So talk to your supervisors and then try to connect if that is possible with other institutes or other government bodies like that. So that will be really, really nice.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, good evening. I'm Snehashish. I'm currently pursuing Msc Physics from NIT Surathkal. Ma'am, I have a question. If we pursue PhD from abroad,
I lost you. I'm sorry.
do we have? Hello, ma'am. Do I
Yes.
repeat?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
listen to you.
Okay. If we pursue PhD from abroad, can we get any job in industry or R&D faculties in those countries, or do we have to come back in India and compete in India?
No, I mean, okay. First of all, let's suppose you are doing a PhD in UK. Right now, UK has this thing that you, after your studies, you will get a post-study work visa of 2 years. Now, they will give a PR depending on what kind of job you are doing. So if you are a skilled worker and you fall under tier 1, then after 3 years of work, you can get a PR. But if it's fall under tier something 2 or 3, then you will need 5 years. So depending on country, I'm saying that it's different. So no, you don't have to force yourself to come back to India. You can work in a different country. First of all, after PhD, you can work as a postdoc. Second thing, you can work, definitely go in industries. But for industries, they have to sponsor you. For that, you need to show that you are worth sponsoring. So let's suppose UK may, if they hire you, they have to sponsor you. But if they hire a national student, like UK student, then they don't have to sponsor them. So you have to, you know, like prove yourself. Then definitely that's a competition, but it's not like people don't get jobs. I mean, Pooja ma'am, who introduced me, she's been working in UK and she has done her PhD in IISER in India, I mean in optics, and now she's working in a startup. So that is completely your PhD dependent कि किस topic पे काम कर रहे हो, how many companies are hiring those PhD students, relatable है कि नहीं है. And let's suppose another friend of mine who has done her PhD in lithium batteries from BITS Pilani or BITS Goa campus, she's working in Bangalore in some private company. So you are not limited. I mean, all you have to do is that you have to explore yourself कि कौन-कौन सी company में that you will be eligible after your PhD to apply for. Yeah.
So I think we had a wonderful session, and दीपिका मैम को हम लोग फिर परेशान करेंगे दोबारा नेक्स्ट सेशन में और ढेर सारे क्वेश्चंस लेने के लिए. So let us call it a day. Let us finish this. Thank you so much, Deepika ma'am, for your time.
Thank you so much. And hi, everybody, please just scan it, give your feedback. It will be really, really important for me also to have, have my own, work on this startup. And as with the Pravega also, we need your feedback, and to have you and us connected. Try to give your feedback. If you are happy and if you're willing to be connected, and if you're just happy with the session, then I'm happy with the base session and I want to leave, that's completely all right. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, everybody.
Can we get the email?
Here, it's in the bottom. It's myunigood@gmail.com. Yeah, it's on the screen. I guess you all can see. If you fill the feedback form, you will all be contacted. If you fill the feedback form and you have to provide your Gmail, and you will all be contacted within a day or two.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, just take a picture of this or screenshot it, or if you are, it's your complete choice. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Atul sir. Thank you, Alok sir. Thank you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I missed the talk. So can you share the presentation slides with us?
This will be uploaded on YouTube.
Ma'am,
yeah.
Ma'am, this PPT is here in WhatsApp group.
I guess,
Can
once again, the WhatsApp group which we have, I mean, you are on that WhatsApp
yes,
group, right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, sir. You can send Atul sir or Alok sir.
Okay, fine. I will talk to Atul sir and then I will forward. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, my name is Vikas Diya, and ma'am, my question नैनो मटेरियल्स के रिगार्डिंग था मैम कि जैसे मतलब हम नैनो मटेरियल्स सिंथेसाइज करते हैं कोई तो उसमें मतलब पहले ही बहुत सारे लोग उस मटेरियल को मतलब अलग अलग टेक्निक्स जेल माइक्रोवेव सिंथेसिस और मैनी मोर जो हमारे मेथड्स हैं उनको यूज करके हम कर लेते हैं एक बार बट उसके बाद हम उसे मतलब नया क्या कर सकते हैं मैम if you want to do PhD.
To discuss about your own research topic, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You have to write it. I mean, I can't include in the session, so you have to write me an email and then we can discuss about it. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem.
मैम अभी मैं PhD पे फोकस नहीं कर रहा हूँ मास्टर मेरा हो गया है MSc इन फिजिक्स फ्रॉम IIT-JAM बट मैं प्राइवेट लाइक फिटजी रेजोनेंस एलएन मैं टीचिंग के लिए मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ सो वेट करके 2 साल बाद भी तो PhD कर सकता है कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं
हाँ कोई दिक्कत नहीं है I mean see you should do a PhD when you want to do a PhD there's no compulsion so if you want to do teaching now try your luck in PhD or you want to explore teaching for yourself do try teaching and then you can switch to research. I mean, I'm a live example. So yeah, that's no problem at all.
इसलिए अभी पूरा फोकस सिर्फ टीचिंग पे कर रहा है
That's really nice. That's really nice.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, have fun. Bye-bye. Good day.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.